saw that Clint Eastwood movie, The Mule. It was based on a true story, and it's very contradictory because Clint Eastwood personally, I can't stand him. And I remember when he was doing that Republican convention thing a few years ago, I thought he lost his natural. But he is one of the most important actors and directors ever. His body work speaks for itself in that regard. But anyway, saw this movie based on a 90-year-old white guy who had lost everything. It been kind of like work, but he just was kind of like all about his daisies and his flowers, and he really didn't really pay his relationships with his wife, daughter, and so on much attention. So he was down on his luck, always just happy to get by. And then he happened to go to a pre-wedding party for his granddaughter, and he was on his way out because he had just lost what he had. And needless to say, he encountered a dude who hooked him up with this business cartel where he would use his pickup truck to drive over cocaine and other things. And so he got it, started making some cash, and it got good to him. And eventually, you know how the story goes that he did make amends with his ex-wife and his daughter, and he paid for his granddaughter, and he did, he got some. He was like a Pied Piper, like a Robin Hood. He was, trying to come correct with his thing, but eventually he did end up getting caught. Bradley Cooper, Lawrence Fishburne were the FBI agents, and they got him, and the Mexican cartel. And it was a trip with that whole thing that went down there. Andy Garcia was a kingpin in Mexico, and this was interesting because the guy had never had a travel ticket, never had no violation or nothing, and he was a former military man. But at the end of the movie, he admitted he was wrong and he took his responsibility. And it was a very interesting story how the dynamics played out. Um, you know, one of the reasons what got him caught up is because his ex-wife had gotten severely ill and she ended up dying, and he ended up staying. And the cartel had to tap on the phone, and they had previously, when he was making those runs, was get the phone unloaded. So this particular time they kept tapping him, tapping him, and eventually the agents caught up with a black pickup truck. But it was a very intriguing performance by Eastwood, and vulnerable, and like I said, contradicted to what you get from him, with certain things, his political agenda. But that was a good film. The Mule, you know, uh, cats use people as runners, and how to do their tags and everything that goes on. And it was a real interesting film. There's a story, lessons to be learned, and he did a really good job. It's one of those films that I would say, check it out. And yeah, you weren't expecting certain things, and it had an interesting spin to it. So that's my take on Clint Eastwood's The Mule. All right, feel free to leave them comments and to subscribe. I'm out. Peace.